What's up, internet? So imagine this, you're waking up, grabbing a cup of coffee, thinking about heading to the art studio, you're checking your text, and you find out that someone sent you a text saying that someone is rolling fresh primer over your life's work, your favorite mural, your largest mural. Well, if you're the artist Robert Wyland, you don't have to imagine that because that is happening right now in Dallas, Texas. But before we unpack that, if you like this video and you want to support, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. So let's get into it. So let me set the scene. You're in Dallas, Texas, on the side of a Texas utility building. This mural has been on there since 1999 when Robert Wyland painted his famous Wailing Wall 82 mural. We're talking about a massive 82-foot tall by 160-foot wide tribute to ocean life. 8 stories of beautiful, majestic whales and sea life, basically commemorating ocean life and sea life and wanting people to think about how they relate to the water and the ocean. And he did it for free. Wyland painted this over a quarter century ago, so this is older than a lot of people who enjoy it now. So this has been a staple in the community. But you know what's bigger than an 8-foot story mural of whales? It's the FIFA World Cup. Yes. So North America is getting ready for the games, and Dallas is one of the host cities, and a lot of corporate marketing dollars and machines need space. They want to do a massive FIFA-themed ad. So there's a ton of activations in the city happening, a ton of murals popping up, and they want this wall as well. So the World Cup crew showed up and just basically started rolling his entire mural off the wall. But here's the kicker. No one called Wyland and his foundation, not the city, not FIFA, not the building owner. He found out from a random text message from a friend that his mural was being destroyed. Now the ultimate blame game begins. Organizers say they got permission from the building owner and the city, but the reporters, when they ask about who gave permission, everyone is now pointing fingers and no one seems to know who gave the final permission. I don't know. And it gets funnier. The North Texas FIFA Organizing Committee actually put out a statement saying, don't worry guys, a portion of the original mural will stay as a tribute. So thank you for leaving 20% of the original mural that is going to be out of context next to a FIFA ad. That does not make sense at all. And here's Wyland talking about the situation now.
I got to tell you, I was devastated because there was no way they were so far along in painting it out that be impossible to save it. You know, they're telling people, oh, we reached out to Wyland, we reached out to the Wyland Foundation. They did no such thing. The first I heard about it was yesterday. That wall is federally protected by VARA, the Visual Artists' Rights Act.
So the harpoons are out. Wyland is threatening federal legal action and saying he's going to use the VARA Act. The VARA Act, if you don't know this, is the Visual Arts Rights Act. I will absolutely do another video on this because I think it needs to be known by other mural artists and other public artists just in general. But for my fellow art nerds, the VARA Act protects an artist's work from intentional distortion, manipulation, or destruction of art that is of recognized status. And I think an 8-foot tall mural that's been a staple in the community for the past 25 years is of recognized status. Now look, as a muralist, I'm always going to be on the side of authentic artists, but I do understand the brutal sun in Texas, especially Texas, where it is just hot for no reason. Over the past 25 years that this mural has been sort of sun bleached and the colors fading, the details are disappearing, the mural needs maintenance. A great solution would have been asking Robert Wyland to come back and sort of touch it up, you know, do a collaborative, fresh update version of the mural that sparks, you know, a similar conversation, but also pay him too, because the first time he didn't get paid at all. So that's something like, you know, a job security, because I think that wall easily is a good $300K. But instead, they tried to whitewash or blue wash the wall. And honestly, this is a spicy wake-up call to every single public artist that's out there creating work in the public. Hear me loud and clear that your mural, your public art is not safe no matter how permanent it seems. If you don't own the brick, the concrete, the space that it's in or installed, it can become temporary real quick. And now local students have already launched a petition with over 400 signatures, and Wyland is not backing down either. He's filing a cease and desist for them to stop all actions. It's going to be incredibly spicy and really interesting to see what happens when the next artist tries to paint that wall, if they can paint that wall with all the legal actions happening. I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated on the drama that unfolds, because I'm super interested in this in terms of knowing what happens, because it is related to all of our art long term and the viability and how the VARA Act will play in this situation. So what do you think? Was FIFA out of line, or was 25 years good enough for that wall to run? You want to change it up, especially if it's fading or not. I'm Nat from Dallas, Texas, so I'm really interested in those who have seen the mural or live in the area. What do you guys think? Put it in the comment section, because I'm really interested in having a conversation, because I am active in the comment section as well. All right, I will see you guys on the next update. Peace.